Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is with you, wherever you are in the world, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about how to create positive new habits. My name is Tracy Montgomery. I am here to help you break your self-sabotage cycle and polish up your grounds and get you strutting back down that red carpet of life. So welcome to how to create positive new habits. Now, why positive new habits? If we have a positive habit, we don't necessarily call it a habit. We often only discuss our bad habits. So when we come to try and change them, they're the ones that we focus on. However, there is a certain way that we can make our habits stick a little bit more and be a little bit easier for our mind to take them on board, if that's makes sense to you. So, what type of things are we talking about when we're talking about bad habits? Things like eating too much fast foods. Been a lot of that going on the last few months or so. Binge watching Netflix. When, not just the binge watching of Netflix, when you have other things to do. That's part of self-sabotaging. Quitting procrastination. So procrastination is something that we can all get hooked into, all get pulled into, but it's non-productive. Staying up late during the week when you've got other things to do the next day. And messy mind, no other way around, messy house, messy mind. That went a bit wrong, that one. So the list of bad habits can go on and on. So we're just going to concentrate on those 5 for today so that we can use those as our examples and how we can turn them around and put them as positive new habits. Okay, so once we've identified our habits, we want to think about how we can alter them and make them into a positive so that they can stick. So if we say to ourselves, we're going to take the first one, fast food. If we say to ourselves, never eat those delicious burgers, fries, milkshakes ever again. Or the second one, stop having the pleasure of binge watching Netflix. Or work all the time and always be doing the boring stuff. Quit the partying, quit staying up late and having fun. Or be really boring and make sure that your house is totally tidy and spotless all the time. Now, can you see how I've worded those? These are, the way that I've worded those are coming across as a negative. It's coming across that you can't have, you're going to miss out on. And what our brain thinks is that we are punishing ourselves. So we're going to punish ourselves by never allowing ourselves to have the fast food that we really love ever again. Or we're not going to be able to watch that Netflix series that we've been binging on for the past 3 months, maybe, possibly. So instead of scolding ourselves, what we want to do is to switch the way we say things to us. Okay, so if we want to reduce the amount of fast food that we are having, what we can instead is turn around the terminology and we're going to say to ourselves, eat at least one healthy meal a day. So that's a positive. We're going to say to ourselves, watch Netflix on the weekends. It's a reward. We're going to say, you've got 3, 4, 5 tasks to complete each week before their due time, before their due date. we're going to say to ourselves, get more sleep on weeknights. So it's a reward. Our body's going to feel better for it. And we're going to say, become more organised in certain areas. So it could be in the home, it could be in the bathroom, it could be in the kitchen, it could be in the office. So we're giving ourselves rewards and we're putting it into a positive light. The primary reason that scolding ourselves for eating too many fast foods is that negativity doesn't work. Us humans, don't respond to negative thoughts. We don't respond to negative habits. We respond more to a positive. So, what we need to remember is that we identify our bad habits, our habits that we want to change. We realise that we're not the only person that has habits that are not constructive, that are not positive, that are not progressive, that everyone has a bad habit and they are trying to change it. It doesn't matter how productive they look, it doesn't matter how established they are, it doesn't matter how positive they are, there's going to be a bad habit in there somewhere that they are going to want to change. When we find a bad habit that we want to change, we want to alter, we want to word it in a positive way. We want to put a positive spin on it. So like we've said with the fast foods, we're going to put a positive spin on it and say we're going to eat healthy once a day. We are going to give ourselves or ask ourselves to try our best on a daily basis. Try being the one thing that we are going to hang on to in that. And if we give ourselves a month to sort things out, so 30 days, let's go for the average calendar month, it's just a guideline. It might take more than 30 days, it might take less than 30 days. 30 days is regarded as the norm for changing a habit. For some, it can take 60, 66, 90 days to change a habit. It's just a guideline. So after 30 days, we can reassess, okay? We also need to be flexible when we are training ourselves to create these new habits and for these new habits to become permanent habits. So, what we need to remember, quick recap, we need to remember that if we want to alter a habit, we want to change our habits, we want them to be given to us in a positive light. Think about them as a positive step forward. So it's there as a reward. It's there to make us feel better about ourselves. We all have habits. Remember, we all have habits. And these habits are different and have different effects for everybody. Make yourself aware that changing your habits is not something that is a quick fix. It's not going to happen overnight. It can take time. So don't give yourself a massive list of 20 habits to change by next week. It's going to be really hard. Give yourself a short list, no more than 5, maybe even start with 2, or one big habit. Put a positive spin on it and make sure that you reassess and readjust so that you can keep coming back and keep checking how far your progress is. Start simple, start small and reassess. So if that's been useful to you, make sure you drop me a comment below. My name is Tracy Montgomery. I am here to help you break your self-sabotage cycle, sparkle up that crown and strut back down the red carpet of life. So drop me a message below and let's talk. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.